The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another killer episode of Still Toking with. Yeah, well, you already know.
Cold outside. My nipples are hard.
Fucking aliens again. I'm telling you, those aliens getting your head. Just saying.
Little green men.
So, speaking of making nipples hard, somebody that loves to make nipples hard, the flashy one himself, Mr. Jeffrey Mark.
Oh, that's the best compliment I've gotten all day.
Well, that's why Jeff's nipples were hot, I guess.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be a silly show. I can see where this one is going, and I'm happy. I'm in the mood for a little silly. How about you guys? We have a wonderful guest, and the topic is one that is not just interesting to me, but to this show and to the creators of this show and their genre of stuff, horror. We got a really good looking, but really talented man with us. But before we introduce him, let me introduce another really good looking, really talented man, my friend, Jeff Holman. Peekaboo.
It's Wednesday. It's April, right? Are we still in April?
Still in April.
Wow. I'm losing track of time.
That's your age.
I think I just got back. Huh. Curious, that may be. Yeah, I'm looking forward to chatting with this young man. Young man, geez, Rimini. Oh my goodness gracious. Up and coming filmmaker. I love what he's doing. I watched a whole bunch of trailers. It's just some fantastic stuff. So let's just get right into it, Mr. Joseph Herrera.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining us. You know, taking time out of your busy schedule, young man, as he
I'm
says.
looking forward to this.
So he is like half your age, Mr. Holmes. I'm just saying.
He is less than half my age. So
Oh,
there
he's less than half of Mr. Holman's age too, but I was trying to be nice.
You know what? Y'all have more knowledge than me, so it's like that's what I'm trying to get. The older I get, the more I see people respect me in rooms. So I'm like, I'm enjoying that.
Well,
That's
I
a good
think
attitude.
people should, yeah, it is a good attitude, but I think people should start to respect you anyways, just because of the things that you're doing and the things you're creating. I think all creators should be respected in some form.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And if you have haters, well, you're doing the shit right.
Yeah.
Anybody that does backyard performing when they were a kid is just awesome in my book.
I guess y'all read about that.
You know,
Let's elaborate on that one,
miss
Mr.
that.
Holman.
I think that's hilarious and totally awesome.
Yeah.
So Joseph, what were you doing in your backyard?
You know, I think about that more now that I mentioned that. I wish I still had that imagination as a kid where you can really just go in the backyard and not care if anybody, you just think you're alone and you create this whole world. So anytime I would watch a movie, I would just want to redo the whole movie outside and of course change things. But and then I'm in that world, especially when I would go back there during winter. My family would be like, why are you, it's so cold? And I'm like, no, but that's going to help me feel like I'm really there. So I just would always recreate movies in the backyard.
So recreating movies and recreating in filmmaking has just kind of always been in you.
Yeah, I always thought I was just like an actor. So when I was first doing it, I wanted to be an actor, and obviously I couldn't get a job. So then I just started creating my own work. But I think the imagination started with acting, and then I realized, oh, I'd like to tell myself what to do, and then I like to tell other people what to do. And so I think that's kind of where the producer and directing side came from.
You can tell he's not married because he likes to tell other people what to do. I was going to say, well, if you were married, you wouldn't be telling anybody what to do.
Yeah, not yet.
No, I was actually thinking the same thing. This man must be single.
Right?
Yeah, recently
Oh.
single.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, ladies,
Oh,
ladies.
I wonder why.
Life is just too busy right now. Like it's just too hard to juggle this stuff.
So that's a good question to ask you. What is your driving motivation in life? Is it your work? Is that more important to you than a personal life?
Right now, I guess so. Yeah. Because there really is just the time I do get free, it's with my family, of course. But and that's not even enough. But I actually am making myself be more available for that. But since June, I've been pretty much just book, and traveling, or just haven't been home. So yeah, right now is work, especially because it's like I'm finally, as a filmmaker, you know, you want to be booked, and I haven't had to have like a 9 to 5 job in 2 years now. So I'm just,
Bravo.
and it could just stop. That's the thing too. So I mean, next
Right.
month I could have nothing booked. So I'm really just taking each thing and doing my best with it.
But do you want to someday be a husband and father? Is that important to you?
Oh yes, I definitely. I've always wanted to be a father, and now that I am now entering my 30s, now I think about it because I also tell myself I don't want to start having kids at 40. So I'm like giving myself now that time frame of I want to like first start being a father, the latest at 39. So
Yeah, don't wait too long, man. That shit don't work after a while.
yeah.
No, man. See, my oldest son is actually 5 years older than you,
hmm
and my youngest is only 6 years younger than you. I have 6.
6 kids.
So
Wow.
you do the math. I mean, they're all
Yeah.
grown. I mean, I'm 53. I can enjoy life now.
Yeah.
So if you have a child at 39, bro, you're paying for college when you're fucking 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope I have a lot of movie making money by then.
Right.
Well,
The
One of
key is
the-
to
we
get.
can't help you
Go
out.
ahead.
Spread the word for you.
One of the
Yeah.
original I Love Lucy writers started a whole new family at 60. And his writing partner said to him, "You do understand you're not going to have to work until 6 years after you're dead to pay for all of this, right?"
Right.
So yes, get started.
But
early.
we're actually here to promote the shit out of your upcoming release, correct? Because that is released next month.
So it was just released on Amazon Prime and Apple the March 3rd.
okay.
And it'll be on Tubi May 12th.
Oh, that's what it is. It goes free May
Congratulations.
12th.
Yeah.
So, and the name of the film is Dark Distortion,
yes.
correct? All right. Give us just a quick little about Dark Distortion, and then I'm going to play the trailer for everybody, and then we can kind of dive into how warped your mind really is.
Yeah. So Dark Distortion is about these content creators / influencers who get away with a lot of crime and by promising men that a night of fun. And one client ends up not being there and they end up stealing something after a bunch of mess they get into, and they steal an old video camera just for the heck of it. And well, there is something sinister in this camera, and they're gonna be in for a rude awakening.
So with that, folks, we're gonna play you the trailer here, and then we're gonna dive into a little bit about this after that. So check it out.
Happy birthday, dear Samuel. It's Samuel. Samuel, happy birthday to you.
It's stronger this time, Mom. It's stronger than before. I think he's back.
My God, Sammy's dead.
No, he's not, Mom. I told you what Jeremy was into. Once he got into that black magic crap, he became obsessed with it.
Right before Sammy's unfortunate death, I put what you taught me to good use.
Black magic should not be used to harm.
I need to go to the hospital, please.
You're not going anywhere until we have some fun with you.
Where is he?
Sammy is trapped in that camera.
Why do you think your kid is in that camera?
He showed him some ritual where you could transfer spirits into an inanimate object.
The camera is alive. That thing turned on by itself. And then a second later, she was shoved across the room.
You ready to have some fun?
I need you to listen to me. Sammy is dangerous, and we must get rid of that camera.
I can't let you do that, Travis. I was a bad mother, but that all ends tonight. How is this possible? Oh, you know, tell as old as time. Abusive husband mixed with alcohol, little black magic. Please. No, his little brain isn't right, but he's a good boy. How do you want to die?
In my sleep.
I want to die on camera.
You're a fucking
Well
disturbed
done.
young man, my friend.
I try to
loved
make
it.
something fun and sexy.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. That's right up my alley.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I have a sneaking suspicion that the one that said she wants to die on camera might just happen.
Well, there might be a camera somewhere in that room.
No, there's a Latin expression about stories, Deo ex machina, which is God in a machine, using something that's not godlike, but putting God into it. You have literally done that with this. You've put a spirit into a machine. I just thought it was a wonderful conceit to use that almost exactly the way the words mean it.
Yeah, and then I was inspired by a lot of people compared it somewhat to Ring, and I didn't see the comparison, but I'll take it. But I was really inspired by Child's Play, sort of just putting the spirit into a toy. So that was one of the inspirations. And then there also, what was that other one I can't even remember it now, but when the son dies, he gets hit by the truck.
Pet Cemetery.
Yes, I remember that one. When I was writing, I didn't think of it, but then after I was done writing, I was like, oh, I remember that. It's kind of like the same.
Right.
We all get inspirations.
Yeah.
Nothing comes from whole cloth. We all sort of stitch it together.
Yeah. And so that was kind of, and I wanted to add a little drama into it. I probably went a little too far with the drama, but I really tried to like add some heart and this crime. There's a lot of genres I feel like I threw in the movie.
Well, that having good drama in it can intensify the thriller aspect of it, though, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you want people to jump.
Yeah.
And you also want them to go, ugh.
Yeah, all kinds of feelings. I saw one review where a guy's like, and it was a negative review, but it was funny because he's like, I don't know if I should be scared or if I should be horny. And I'm like, well, I think that's good.
Either way, your heart's beating fast, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, some of your great horror films have both. Friday the 13th, I mean, when you watch that, you're like, ooh, yeah, this is like soft porn. And then they die, and you're like, holy fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then you look under the bed before you lay down with your girlfriend.
And make sure your feet aren't sticking out of the sheets and all that. Yeah, I remember being God, when I started collecting VHSs at the time, because of course I was like at the tail end of those going extinct, and we would always go to thrift stores, and I was always finding the Friday the 13th movies, and my mom would always be like, I know why you like to watch those. And so, and I remember it was like me discovering things. I'm like, oh, I don't have to like look at magazines. I can just watch these movies. And that was an interesting growing up, and nobody would think that, but I just would watch all these VHS movies.
Yeah, Sears catalogs weren't existent when you were around at that age.
No, they
And
had
he has
more
no
like
idea why you're even mentioning that.
Victoria's Secrets, maybe.
Boys used to look at the Sears catalog, Joseph, into the underwear section. No matter who had your attention, you went to that section and go, ooh, women in bras and panties and girdles. And
well, I think, during my time as a kid where I legally couldn't purchase that, I guess it was like Maxim magazine. That was pretty big. Yeah, I remember that one.
Joseph, who wrote your film?
I wrote it.
I wanted to give you the plug for that. I knew that already.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have layered so much here. You do have the sexy stuff. You do have your swipe at influencers and people who want to be famous and live vapid lives. You have a swipe at the horror genre itself and your stuff. I mean, and did you edit this yourself as well?
Yes.
You are an excellent editor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So you're the producer, director, writer, editor, Joseph.
I worked. I even acted in it, but yeah, I did. You know, when you have a low budget, you gotta put on a lot of hats.
No wonder you don't have time to have children. Look what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, and the editing, of course, took the longest. It was like for the movie.
When you were writing, how did you come up with proportions? How much of this is going to be sexy? How much of this is going to be about the spirit in the camera? How much of it is going to be gore? How much of it is going to be suspense? You had to find a balance to make the film interesting, which it is. How did you work that out in your head before filming started?
That's the thing, is I didn't actually have a lot of time to write the script. If anything I can go back to, that probably is what I would have, because even then we're working on it. I kept changing things as we were going along. I had a month only to write it because I had this money, but long story is like short, the person who had the money was spending it. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I don't make this movie, I'm not going to have money to make a movie. So I had a month and I thought, okay, I want to do a drama, but I want to do something maybe because nobody will probably watch a drama. So let me add some horror into it. And so I thought influencers, sexy, that will get people glued to watch it. And now let's have an interesting horror slasher somewhat movie. So those were like my two things of, I just really thought sexy, slasher in a way, and then crime. because I didn't want to make anybody really likable in the movie, which is kind of scary to do, but that's kind of what I did, because what everybody's doing is not a good thing in this movie.
Right. Right.
Is there? I also know the answer to this already. Is there though one character in the film that's a little bit more of a hero that you want to be sympathetic to the audience?
Yeah, there's I gave a little human to Lena. Um, she was someone who, you know, I think realized this is just not for her anymore, and she, I think, reflects into it, you know, before something happens to her, and so that's kind of why she's like, I'm gonna leave, and then there's Dimitri, who kind of is not part of the drama and stuff, but he kind of has like the heart of the group, and then of course, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but like the mom,
That's
she,
what yeah.
I really want to, let's just say, I don't really like fool people, so. Um, yeah, I would say the mother the most. Like you want to, I hope the audience roots for her, because at the core end, I have all this going on, but the core of the story is just a mother trying to protect her son.
I think it glues the film together.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? But
Yeah.
you can watch it right now, folks. Where can they watch it, Joseph?
On Apple TV and Amazon Prime.
And then next month on the 13th, is it the 13th?
12th.
The
Say
12th?
12th.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeff's already got it circled on the calendar.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, on Tubi.
On Tubi. So, but
it's in my
you
to
know,
watch list.
yeah, well, you know, I know it's in your to watch list, but we want people to go watch it now. They want them to Apple TV and Prime and pay a little bit, because, you know, making movies is not freaking cheap. It's not cheap.
No,
at all. You know, yeah. I mean, let's just be realistic. So
now, I
every
want to
little
know
bit back helps.
Right. Where did the cast come from? How did you pick the cast for the film?
So with this kind of movie, because I'm asking a lot for this cast and this story, you know, I'm asking a lot from their bodies. I'm asking a lot physically what they have to do. I'm asking them some words that usually an actor is not expecting to even say out loud. And so I really kind of went for friends that are in the industry or wanting to be in, or just in acting school. I just really seeked out everyone I knew who could trust me, because right now, like, everything I'm going to ask for them, I need them to trust me. I have people taking their clothes off, and it's like, okay, you got to trust what my vision is. And then there was only one actor I didn't know, because I actually was going to play Manny in the movie at one point. And then I had a friend say, don't you think that's a little too much now, Joseph? Like, you're doing all of this that you're just going to, and I thought, yeah, you're right. And so we cast somebody from New York, and those New York actors work so fast that I put a casting call. He responded, and his name is Ethan Vaughn, and then he quickly, just a fast turnaround with his audition. I was like, you're hired. And luckily he's a model as well, and the guy that plays Dimitri, Mitchell, is also a model, so then they knew each other. And so then he contacted Mitchell and said, hey, is this guy cool? And he was like, yeah, he's my friend. And then I just got lucky with my cast, but I couldn't have done it with strangers.
Where are you located?
I'm located in Dallas. I lived in Illinois, but back in Dallas now. And so I mainly work, well, I travel a lot, but Dallas is mainly like productions I work on.
Okay. Dallas is becoming quite a hub for TV and film work.
Oh yeah, thanks to Taylor Sheridan has brought so much out here.
I know I have several actor friends who have based themselves in Dallas because the work is there, and it's less expensive to live.
Yeah, well, it's getting pretty expensive. Jeez.
Is this your first big time horror film?
To direct, I mean, I directed smaller. I mean, I produced smaller stuff. My first ever, right after high school, I produced and wrote a film called. It has like two names because they've changed it. It's called Teenage Wasteland, with ITN distribution. And that was really, well, we filmed that in 2016, 17, something like that. And then I did another film for them called The Entity Within. But I didn't have much say on those. It was kind of like I wrote them, but I really wanted to direct, but I wasn't like considered for that. And so this is my third film officially where I got to do everything. And so like if people hate it, I take responsibility. If they love it, I take responsibility. But it was all me. Like
yeah, no one is going to hate this film. I was asking for a reason. I've been on the sets of several horror films through the years. I've held Chucky in my arms. I've we the three of us know several Freddy Kruegers. But to do the kind of film you've made, they have to, just by genre, be special effects heavy. If you've never directed special effects, and especially you're a one-man band, how did you know what to do?
For that, I relied a lot on my cinematographer. When you don't have, like, again, the budget, you just have these pre-production meetings, and I say, okay, this is what I want. How can we do that? And that was the only way. So I relied on him a lot for that. And he kind of is new too at this. So we kind of just went in. We had to actually reshoot. There's a scene where a girl goes like flying back, and we came back to reshoot it because we're learning while we're doing it. And it's like, we didn't get that the first time. Let's go back. So honestly, I just had to learn. If anything, that's what took the longest, is trying to figure out how can we do this right.
Mm-hmm.
So that it looks real.
Yeah.
Right. And that you get it.
Yeah.
You get it with that shot. Jeff and I have done some indie stuff, and we kind of understand that. And that's why I said it's expensive, because we paid for our own indie stuff as well.
Yeah.
But there was a few scenes where Mr. Holman got concussed.
No.
Just a couple. But
does it show?
Yeah. And horror's complicated. I mean, it's like, because if you're going to do a horror and then you're going to do a kill scene, it's like, yeah, dramas or more whatever. But like a horror, it's like, okay, I have the dialogue, and then we got to make sure it looks real. There's like so much more elements to a horror slasher scene compared to just two people arguing.
Well, one of my critiques about horror is, especially with the special effects, you either got to make that shit look so fucking real that you're going to believe it, or you make it look so fake because that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no try to make it real, but you didn't get it right, and then try and pass it off that way. It ain't going to work.
Yeah.
No.
That's when a horror becomes a horror comedy.
Yeah. And in this one, I think we probably shot two other things where we tried to do the best, and that actually makes sense because we just couldn't do it. And then I'm like, I'm not going to have that in the movies. Then it's going to be laughable. And I'm like, I'm not trying to get the people to laugh at this. So there's probably two like special effects that just did not work. And I didn't care how long it took us or how much money went into that. I'm like, I'd rather not put it in there. So that's something people can easily point out and say, I laughed at that because it looks so fake.
But those can make great movies too. But that has to be the focus. That's what you want it to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
From an acting standpoint, a lot of actors love making horror films. For those of you watching and listening, and for our friends here, Betsy Palmer is a big name in horror films. But people don't realize before horror, she was on the stage. She made a film with Joan Crawford. She did musical comedies. But later in life, doing the horror, she said that was the most fun she ever had, because she could be over the top and not worry that every hair was in place or portraying a goody girl next door. And you could just sort of let it all out. And a lot of people do these films not just for the money, but because they really have a good time. Did you have a really good time?
Well, speaking of her, I love how she originally called Friday the 13th a piece of shit at first, and then she grew to love it.
Yes.
I remember like her story is she needed a new car and stuff. So that was
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So with this, did I enjoy it? I did not enjoy it, but I was just so busy that I know there were times where like, man, I wish I got to be a part of the funness when the actors and everybody was taking a break. This next movie I did after, I actually did get to finally enjoy it because I think I learned a lot from Dark Distortion. But Dark Distortion, I was just all so busy and focused that I'm happy I made it. But yeah, it was too much work. If I was just an actor, and I would have enjoyed it.
Can you verbalize what it is you learned making this film? A couple of the things.
Mainly like the financial side of things,
Mhm.
story. I wouldn't have maybe used as many locations as I did, and that would have saved us time and money.
Mhm.
I probably would have said, okay, we don't need this. Let's tighten this out. And that will mainly just days, because really, you don't like on movie sets, it's all about timing. And
Mhm.
when I go in the edit, I learn, oh, I really didn't need that, or oh, that was, yeah. So I think what I learned from that one was the financial side of things, how I can do to make it less, and how to get moving faster. Oh, we don't need to do all these takes because I really just need this. And I was like trying to follow the playbook because I didn't go to film school, but I would listen to a lot of film people who did, and then I learned I don't need to listen. I can just like learn on the streets, as they say.
Right.
Because, Alfred Hitchcock, I don't know if you would say he did horror, but certainly he did suspense.
Oh
Are you
yeah,
familiar with him, Joseph?
yes, yeah,
And he did what he said he edited in the camera. He didn't shoot anything he didn't want in the film so that
yeah.
no one could later take extra stuff and put it in.
Mhm.
And that's how he saved money, because he didn't overshoot. It was all right. You could just stitch together what I shot every day, and that's the film.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning that, and that's true. And sometimes, you'll work with the DP and they're like, well, we just have to get all coverage. And I'm like, I try to be nice, but now I'm like, put my foot down. I'm like, okay, I can meet you halfway. For this scene, we'll do it, but this scene, we don't need to do it. And
Right.
it's really just building that trust. And then I think over time with my DP, who I worked with more now, he actually trusts me and he's like, oh, you know what you're doing. So I'll just, what you want me to shoot? And then he'll add his little taste to it.
How did you find a really good makeup person for all of the special effects?
We had three because of schedule wise, I couldn't have each like one of them for every day. Uh, Luckily, I did a bunch of shorts and a lot of like short horror stuff
Mhm.
because Dark Distortion was based off my short the Along Came a Shadow is what it was called, and so I used that makeup artist for that. Then we did Dark Distortion. I brought her along, so I used about three makeup artists and. Yeah, that, I can tell them what I want, and then it's kind of just learning on the set of did I say it right? And they'll just show me. And I feel so sorry for the art department on these indies because usually we're filming, and then all right, get them in makeup, get them like looking killed, and they don't have so much time. So I needed some makeup artists who are fast. So
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't really get somebody new in that department. I needed experience, and that's where money, I guess, went to.
Mhm.
Well, it
How long
sounds
did it
like
take you to shoot it?
Original shoot day before pickups was 8 days, spread it out in 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
incredible to get something of this quality done in that short of a period of time.
Yeah. It was, yeah, it was luck.
No, I think there's a very
Talent.
talented
Yep.
writer, producer, director involved here. There is no luck. It's talent and really hard work.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we worked really hard on that. And like I said, it's kind of like I had the script finished. I wrote it in May or April, finished it late in April, and then started casting everybody in May. And camera was up in June 4th. So it was just like it went by so fast too. And of course, every time I finish a project, I always go through depression. Like it's like, gosh, I wish I could go back and I think about that, and then it goes away, and then on to the next.
Are you
So-
able to tell us what your budget was for this film?
Yeah, well, not the exacts. I can't remember. I had but it was 15 to 25, somewhere right there. And that's like after reshoots and stuff. So we really didn't have a budget, but that was the most personal project of mine that I ever put into a film.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
For the quality. Yeah.
No, that's actually pretty good for the quality.
Yep.
You know?
So why horror? What brought you to horror?
Well, that was probably my first love of movies was horror. As a kid, I'm not like I wasn't into dramas yet, or not even really sci-fi, but slashers. They were just exciting. And one of the first horror movies I ever saw was when my aunt was sneaking a movie for us to watch, and my grandma and my mom couldn't know, and it was Scream on a VHS tape with 102 or 1 Dalmatians. They might have came out the same year, but they were both recorded on the tape. And I remember this one too for some reason because it was a little more explicit because like they showed longer of the guts coming out. So I think she recorded like the really unrated cut of it or something. I remember that, but I just fell in love. And then so during that period, because I grew up close to her and she was only like a few years older than me, I watched all those late 90s slasher films. So then I just thought so much of those teen people because they were just, a few years or 10 years older than me. And I thought they were so cool. So I know we did Last Summer, Urban Legends. I just was in love with Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Nev Campbell. And then as I got a little older, I then explored more of the 80s and 70s. So then I discovered Halloween and yeah, but then I really fell in love with a movie called Changeling. So then that was like my first 1980. I think it was George C. Scott, and it was just a sad horror movie.
Yeah.
And that was sort of my inspiration with this was like, okay, I wanted something emotional.
Right.
So then I fell in love with those. But yeah, horror was my first love of film.
Are you familiar with John Carpenter's work?
Oh yeah, I just watched They Live the other day. I was just like, how did I? This is like, first of all, we're going through this. I feel like, well, we're not going to get into that, but I'm like, oh, it's such a great movie.
My personal opinion is John Carpenter's The Thing is the best horror film ever made.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Goes
yeah.
by so
I
fast,
love
too.
Carpenter's work. Yep.
Yeah. And I seen that y'all interviewed Adrienne
Barbeau.
Yeah. And I just thought, oh god, that's so cool. I loved her. God, I hope I'm not wrong, but she was the lead in The Fog, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember I
she was-
owned that.
And if you
Yeah,
like
she was
her on
also
film,
married
you
to
like her even
Carpenter.
better in person.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
she was
and-
married to John Carpenter, right?
Yes,
Wow.
Yes.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I almost had the chance to act in a movie with Dee Wallace, but I dropped out because I got so busy and I regret it. But then they came back to me and they said, can you edit the movie? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I will.
Dee is not only an incredible, well, she's also a dear friend of mine. Not only an incredible actor, but she's a wonderful acting teacher.
I
Yes.
saw that she was. Yeah, she used to have, I think, acting classes in
Mhm.
California.
But you had to be really good to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, well, it's funny because like you mentioned Scream as your one of your first loves. The bathroom
Comedy to
scene.
me. Yeah.
The bathroom scene with the cheerleader and the preppy girl.
Oh, Nancy. Yeah.
So the preppy girl is Nancy Ann Ritter. She's actually a good friend of mine and Jeff's.
Oh my God! She has that line, "Big bubble butt Billy" or something. It's so funny. She was only in that for like a minute or two, and people just love her character online. Like she's a legend.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's a sweetheart, and she's actually dating the original Michael Myers, Tony Moran.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Tony's actually another good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw y'all interviewed him too. I love seeing those behind the scene photos of the Halloween, the 78 stuff. Yeah. I remember a few years ago too, because I'm one of those nerds. Like I didn't go to parties as a kid, well, as a teenager or whatever. I wanted to stay home and watch movies all the time. And somehow it's still popular in school, but I always just not want to go to those. And I remember I was just so obsessed with behind the scenes stuff. And so I remember as a kid, I would watch on my phone, look at like the BTS photos. And then for a while on YouTube, I don't know if y'all ever saw that, but there was like leaked footage from behind the scenes of Halloween 78 that the guy owned, but he never wanted to sell it. I just wish that stuff will leak online. And then then I would watch Halloween 6. If y'all know the history with that movie, the producers cut and all that. And I remember I was obsessive wanting to know like all this filmmaking behind the scenes. And I think that's where the producer side of me, because I just didn't care about the actors, but I wanted to know, how did this movie get made? Wait, there's a whole other movie before this movie was released that they had to go back and shoot. So stuff like that always, that was the horror nerd in me where I really wanted to learn the makings of.
Well, the thing, there's so many indie horror flicks out there. I watched a film called the 50 Best Horror Films You've Never Seen.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fantastic. And it was all movies I had never even heard of that I started to hunt for.
Yeah.
you know, because it's one of those genres that there's so much of it, it kind of gets lost, you know.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know.
Yeah.
When you were a very little boy, Joseph, I wrote and produced a documentary about locations for horror films. We went and shot the actual places where horror films were made, and it was a cable show. But how did you figure out? And first of all, I'm assuming that there was some studio work, or is the entire film you did a location shoot?
All location.
Okay.
Yeah. We did shoot in a studio when we shot like the scene with the projector. But we shot that. The guy, we actually had an actor who was in LA, and so he shot his stuff, and then we just put that on the wall. But yeah, everything was on. I actually have never really shot anything besides like ads and promos, but movie wise, I've never really shot in a studio of using like, you know, driving a car or something. I haven't done that yet. I can't wait to do that, but yeah.
Have you any interest in the future in actually shooting on film as opposed to shooting digitally?
Yes, I really want to. I did a short film, I believe, almost on film. I don't know what camera it was, but they had like a setting to make it look like it was. But yeah, I really want to.
Especially for horror films.
Yeah.
Just the film brings some aesthetic to it that
Yeah.
you really almost can't get only digitally recording.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get this one movie. I'm just waiting to get the green light lit on it. But it's like an AI thriller type, and I would actually love to shoot that one on film.
How does one do AI on film?
Well, no, it's not really an AI movie. It's about no, the character supposedly died and he comes back as an AI. We put something in his brain.
The topic of the film. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But I won't be using AI at all in that movie, at least.
All right, I'm old, Ben. Stop laughing at me for my dumb
I just watched an interesting AI based film today, actually. It was kind of weird. It was the way they did it. The whole movie, you felt as though, well, she was an AI programmer, but then on her computer, this face kept appearing. So she was getting all freaked out, called her friend over, a lot of sexual stuff going on and all of this. But they ended up being actually the AI, and the face that they were seeing was the guy on the other side making them. It was just bizarre. Really, really cool film.
That's a good conceit. I like that.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
I wish
I could share more with mine, but I'm like, geez, that's kind of like sort of what I'm going for. But yeah, I just want to hurry up and make it because I feel like it's going to be made so fast.
How do you, Joseph? We glossed over this one part of your film and other horror films. How does a director handle sexual scenes so that they look hot in the finished product, but you're talking about actors who may not even know each other having to get partially or fully nude and pretend?
Yeah.
How do you help that along?
Yeah, so for me, what I did with these actors, people, is we would all go in a room, just us, and like, okay, so I know we already discussed it. You signed your contract, what you're comfortable with, but now we're all in here together. Let's like discuss it again, because anything can change, and I don't want to force anybody to do something and they feel like, I already signed something. So it's like, what are you not comfortable with? And I just let them just like let me know, because I'm gonna follow through with that. And I don't, we don't have money for an intimacy coordinator. So, and usually, luckily, I think these actors on these low budgets are okay with things. And if they're not, they'll let me know, and I just will listen to them. And then we will block it out altogether in the room without anybody else. Like, they don't have to take their clothes off or anything, but like just imagining. And that's, I think, where us actors all have that imagination. So it's like, it's a good thing. But I just really respect them, and then I let them all know what are they comfortable with before they meet anyone, just one-on-one, and then I let them know once they're in front of the actor, and then right before they're about to be the crew. At least they met all the crew. And And so then just let me know. So I really just listen to the actors.
If you had actors who got carried away, would you allow it and would you keep shooting?
I think together I would. If I felt like one actor was only, I would quickly cut. But
do you know the true story about Deliverance? First of all, do you know that there's a movie called Deliverance out there?
is that the one with Monique? I can't deliver it.
No, son. Before you were born, a Burt Reynolds film called Deliverance.
Before you were born.
Well, that's a must-watch movie. If you're
It's
going to
a
make
must-watch
movies,
movie.
it's a must-watch movie.
But there is a scene in the film where there is a male who is arms around a tree tied there, and there's another male who's supposed to be simulating
squeal like a pig.
Except the actor who was entering got carried away and actually raped him. And they kept it going. Nobody else cut. Burt Reynolds told me nobody else cut. We were horrified. We were like all like watching an accident happen. No one could breathe, but no one yelled cut. And they kept it in the film.
Oh.
And I'm wondering, from a director's standpoint, is that a dumb thing to do? Is that a smart thing to do? Would you allow that?
No, because I don't want to be sued. No, I no, I would.
Yeah,
I would quickly cut. Yeah, and I haven't like, gosh, I haven't had that experience yet. Why was the director scared of the actor? I mean, like, or they just thought it was like artistic. I wonder what was going on.
They thought it looked so real that way they would keep it in.
Yeah.
But the actor who was being put upon didn't yell cut either. So they were doing something that had not been rehearsed or planned. It got out of control, but the actor on the receiving end of things went along with it because they realized we can't simulate this. We got to do this.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're very method.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Like I said,
that is a must-watch movie.
It's a brilliant film.
It's brilliant. You will learn a lot from it.
Yeah, I'll definitely put that on. But yeah, also, I don't think I would do that even if the actors were method, only because you got to ask approval for your crew too. They have to watch it. And what if they don't really want to watch like real stimulation on there's a lot more than just the actors. And
well, I think it happened real fast. And by the time they realized what was going on, it was done.
That had to hurt to get real fast in another man.
You know?
Not going to say it. Not going to say it. Not going to say it. Anyway,
moving along.
We're here to talk about Dark Distortion. we just got real dark real quick.
Yeah, and for the people just tuning in, can we throw that trailer up again?
I was just going to do that. So check this out. It's already out on Apple TV and Amazon Prime, so you can check it out there. It'll be out on Tubi next month. But from this brilliant mind, that's, I think, there he is down there. Check this out, Dark Distortion.
Happy birthday, dear Samuel. Samuel, happy birthday to you.
It's stronger this time, Mom. It's stronger than before. I think he's back.
My God, Sammy's dead.
No, he's not, Mom. I told you what Jeremy was into. Once he got into that black magic crap, he became obsessed with it.
Right before Sammy's unfortunate death, I put what you taught me to good use.
Black magic should not be used to harm.
I need to go to the hospital, please.
You're not going anywhere until we have some fun with you.
Where is he?
Sammy is trapped in that camera.
Why do you think your kid is in that camera?
He showed him some ritual where you could transfer spirits into an inanimate object.
The camera's alive. That thing turned on by itself, and then a second later, she was shoved across the room.
You ready to have some fun?
I need you to listen to me. Sammy is dangerous, and we must get rid of that camera.
I can't let you do that, Travis.
I was a bad mother, but that all ends tonight.
How is this possible?
Oh, tell as old as time. Abusive husband mixed with alcohol, little black magic.
Please. You know, his little brain isn't right, but he's a good boy.
How do you want to die?
In my sleep.
I want to die on camera.
Bravo, young man.
You have it.
Absolutely.
Wow.
To make up for the darkness of my last question, people who are as good at editing as you are sometimes can produce and direct very good comedies. Do you see yourself being a multi-purpose director, or do you think horror is your genre?
Oh, definitely multi-purpose. I just did my second feature film I directed. It was a black comedy, and I really enjoyed that. It was really funny making it. Yeah.
So you mentioned it. I think that's the second time now that you've mentioned your newer one. We still have some time here. So do you want to give that a plug?
Yeah, that's my first film officially, like working side by side with Breaking Glass Pictures, and it's called Don't F with Mary Jane, and it's about a woman who is tired of men after getting cheated on from the latest one, and she decides, I'm gonna invite every man that has fucked me over in the past, and if they haven't changed, I'm gonna kill them. So we got to see if these guys have changed or not. And she's just a stripper. She's a mess, just trying to get through life.
Nice. Now, that's filmed, correct?
Yeah, we wrapped actually on when this movie Dark Distortion was first released during the March 4th week. I wrapped that day on that film, and then my birthday was 2 days later. So it was a fun week. Thank you.
When is that going to be available?
I think we're aiming for July.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
To have two releases that close together. That is so cool.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but yeah.
You can do that. You can do that when you're young.
Yeah.
Well, the next comedy you do, right apart from me, I would love to work with you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Nah.
It was way too easy to say something.
It was
right in his tracks. The one little
I'll definitely write it.
Okay. No, I'll definitely come to Texas and do it.
What state are you in right now?
I'm in Palm Springs, California.
Oh, okay, nice.
The other two gentlemen are outside of Boston in Massachusetts.
Boston and Massachusetts. All right.
Yep.
If you ever need a cabin in the woods on a lake, let me know. I got one for you.
In Boston or Massachusetts?
In Maine.
Oh, Maine.
Oh, Maine.
And it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. You would let us film there?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
need
awesome.
a generator.
Yeah.
There's no electricity. There's no running water. There's an outhouse out back, and it's right on a lake.
All right. Nice.
It is. It's a nice place. A lot of nice locations up there.
Yeah. I want to shoot something also in South Carolina. That's probably will be something I do this summer. So a lot of mountains.
Yeah. We've got some friends down there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can do a Mayberry pastiche movie, Mayberry Gone Bad, where all of those people end up slashing and killing each other, starting with Aunt B.
It's like The Hills Have Eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my favorite all time.
And then I did co-direct this other movie that just actually was released on Amazon Prime last week. I don't know if y'all know the actor Dorian Wilson, but he was one of our leads in it. He was in the show The Parkers. He played her love interest, but that was a Christian theme film, and that was different for me. So I really like directing a drama. So I kind of have 3 films under my belt as a director now.
Excellent.
Was that This Thing of Ours? Is that the movie you're talking about?
No, it's called Secret Sins.
Secret Sins. What was, because I came across This Thing of Ours. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, because that's on your IMDb, so you might want to check that.
I say that's I don't even know how to use IMDb. I'm so terrible at it. Yeah.
So, folks, if you want to check out anything from Joseph. Just check the show notes up above, down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us, because his info is there. I'm just saying. The info that we want to share. We don't want you calling him up being like, I can act. Please put me in your film.
You
That
mean
shit
like
don't
I
work.
just did? You mean that like that? You mean? Yeah.
Not like that.
Well, no. No.
I own it.
Hey,
No,
listen, he needs three old guys to do stupid shit. We're right here.
You got to take the opportunity.
My whole career is me wanting to work with people I think are talented. That's just always where my career drags me. That's why I'm here with these guys. And your talent shows. And I seriously would love to work with you.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
I mean, for somebody that's 30 years old, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with your caliber and quality of achievements. Let's put it that way, because you're not just one and done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you given up on the acting?
No. It just wasn't paying the bills. So editing and producing, like that's how I was able to not have to work a 9 to 5. But my next, because I got like a 2-picture deal is with the AI film. I'm going to be the lead in that one. And that one is it's an LGBT film. So it's about like 2 husbands, and I play one of the husbands who wants his husband who died to come back. So I'm excited for that. That one, I mean, yeah, I feel like that
Jeffrey
hopefully will be my breakout lead.
Mr. Jeffrey Mark can play an amazing wife.
There might be a part actually.
I'll come. I'm serious. I'm very serious, especially if it's
now
the whole world knows I'm gay. That if it's for that, I even more so would be happy to do it.
So now that you're working with Breaking Glass, are you still filming in Dallas, or are you filming in Pennsylvania?
It's wherever. The Mary Jane one was filmed in Dallas, and this one I'm considering South Carolina. But yeah, we'll see. I sometimes work out.
Yeah.
So right now everyone because they're the ad world and then the film indie world are so different. So like the filmmakers who do promos and stuff like that. Like I've done a few of the promos for like Taylor Sheridan's shows, but I haven't got to meet him or work on his actual shows yet, which I hope to. But those people who won't go and do an indie film. So it's like I'm trying to meet more. I feel like I know so many actors now. I want to meet like camera guys, sound guys. I want to meet more crew people.
You need to get yourself out to Los Angeles, and I can introduce you to a lot of those folks.
Oh gosh, yeah. I might actually be there out next month. So
I'll meet you. Let me know.
I'll need your contact.
Absolutely.
So we can make that happen easily.
We are getting close to time. So Mr. Holman, any last questions?
Yeah, I'm curious because I mean, obviously you're a horror freak. You love horror. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I mean, I guess it would be.
That's a tough question. Trust me, I get it.
I think I would have so many, and same with it's like I love Friday the 13th films, but they're not my favorite. But as a whole, it's definitely my favorite. But I think I would always have to say Scream, just because it was the first for me. And then when people ask me who my final girl is, it's Sydney Prescott. I love Laurie Strode, but like Sydney's just well written, same storyline for over 20 years. So yeah, it's definitely Scream.
Okay,
nice.
And
I wasn't even born when that movie came out, I don't think so. Yeah. And then it's definitely Scream, and then Halloween. But like I said, there's this movie called Possession that I love too, that I just think is perfect. And that was also, I think, 80 or 81. And that's like a horror couples movie. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it's really good.
Nice. I mean, I search for movies.
Yeah, Possession. It's a foreign horror movie. It's not in English, so I would look that one up. It's really good. I think they're going to remake it too.
And I will recommend to you, young man, to watch Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Heard of it, have not watched it. Yes, that's on my to watch list.
Yeah. And the
'Cause it's the
autopsy
last
of Jane Doe too.
Yeah, that's a good one. So,
Yeah, there's so
Mr.
many
Jeffrey
out there,
Mark.
like I said.
Mr. Jeffrey Mark. Well, first of all, if you do this LGBT movie, do it in Charlotte, North Carolina, because I've got a free place to stay there. Golly, I would love to see a sizzle reel of your acting, because a lot of really good directors are really good actors. And there's something, folks, I'm not coming on, I'm just professionally, there is something very appealing about you that and is coming through the camera, but I would imagine you could have a dual career pretty easily as an actor and the guy behind the camera.
Oh, I would
For
love that.
For all we know, we're looking at the next Orson Welles here.
Oh, gosh.
never
That's
know.
a huge compliment.
Well, it was meant
You
to be.
never know.
I don't give them out just because you're on the show. I like your work.
Thank you.
Yeah. But did you have a question for him? Or just a compliment?
I need to update my demo, so I'll have that soon on my YouTube channel.
Jeff is laughing because his filthy mind went where mine went about asking what the question would be. No, I'm not going to embarrass this young man. What advice would you give to someone younger than you who wants to both act and direct? What have you already learned that you can already pass on to someone who's 20?
Do it yourself. Do it on your camera phone, because no one knows what you have. And even if you don't get hired for a job, you can show them. And that's what I had to do. Nobody would hire me for anything, and I had nothing to show them. So then I created it and I showed them. So if you have you got to create. It doesn't matter on what little scale it is. People will see. If they're true artists, I feel like they can see past the quality and they can see like art.
Good
Excellent
advice.
answer.
See, I thought he was going to say dump your girlfriend because you don't have time for her.
Well, I mean, unless you want her to follow you everywhere.
Right. Oh, and I do want to ask you, because you are so busy. I'm going to assume you eat pizza. What kind of pizza do you eat?
I like lover's meat, and so all the meat on it. I don't like the green, whatever they call it. Yeah. I like all the meat on pizza.
Meat on pizza.
He's like you, Jeff. He likes the meat of his pizza.
Yeah.
He doesn't want rabbit food.
Right.
No.
Right. Don't say anything, Mr. Mark, but the more meat, the better when you're talking about pizza.
I was just going to say I like it the opposite. I like pizza on the meat, but that's a different discussion for a different day.
So
it's so tasty too.
So anyway, my last question for you is, what is something that Joseph completely dorks out about? Like, we've talked about horror, we've talked about you being a director and a producer and a filmmaker, but like, does Joseph secretly have like a shoe collection, or are you a gamer? Like, or are you into astronomy? Like, what do you really geek out about when you're not filming?
Oh God, I'm so boring, especially now in these last 2 years. It's like, it's food. I like to eat a lot, and so I work out so much because I like to eat so much. So I just love eating food.
There you go. So he likes food. If you take him out to dinner, folks.
Yeah,
He might kill you. He might kill you in a scene.
Well, Joseph, when you come to LA and you contact me, we'll go to Musso and Frank's, which is the oldest show business restaurant in Hollywood. And you can sit where the greats sat and have an excellent meal.
Oh, I would love that. And I love cake. I love eating cake. I'm obsessed with cake.
We may have to go to Cantor's Deli for that.
Oh, okay.
So,
because they have the best bakery in town.
So, folks, with all that being said, make sure you check the show notes up above, down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And Joseph, Where do you like to interact with your fans and friends on social medias? Like, what's your favorite outlet?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Joseph Herrera, probably put Texas, and then I'm on YouTube. I have a monetized YouTube channel with some of my shorts. It's Joseph Herrera. And Instagram, it's Joseph Herrera, but in Joseph, it's a 0.
So there you have it, folks. And that most of that is in the show notes, just in case you missed it. Bling, bling, bling. He's looking you up already. He sent you a friend request.
Absolutely. You betcha.
Mr. Mark, same question for you.
You can find me on Facebook, Jeffrey Mark, just as it's spelled there. You can get me on Instagram, Jeffrey Mark Showbiz. If you're only listening and not watching, it's GEOFFREYMARK. And as long as I'm plugging things, there's another show with which we are tied to, which is my music show, GPE. Jeffrey Mark plays Ella every week. Ben produces it, and we listen to music on a theme of Ella Fitzgerald's, and I give you insider information about the music and the recordings and all that jazz. And you can find that on all the wonderful channels and platforms and everywhere else you find this excellent program. And we look forward to having you there as well.
Jeffrey.
Oh, I'm up.
You're up.
Yeah.
You're up.
Still talk. You're up.
You're up.
No.
You are up. You're up.
Oh, not Europe, like the UK or something.
Well, why not? Go ahead.
Stop confusing me again. Anyway.
UK is not in Europe.
What?
The UK is not in Europe.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later. Well, anyway, go to stilltoken.com. He doesn't think that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Go to stilltoken.com, Token with the Dead on Facebook. Make sure you give us a follow on our YouTube. And Google Jeff. You'll see what you come up with. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. So we want to thank Joseph for taking time out of his schedule to hang out, shoot the shit, have a little fun, maybe shine some light on things that others were wondering, I think, maybe. Check out Dark Distortion. Yeah, like Mr. Holman said, stilltoking.com. You can find out everything about us that you want to know, from the novels to the comic books, to the animation, to the TV series, to this wonderful show. They're all cataloged there. To all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We're out of here. Joseph, hang tight till I close up the show. Please.
Have a happy.